What's going on, YouTube family? My name is Mike and welcome to the Road to Wellness. I'm coming at you with another video today, and what we're going to be talking about is the biggest lie perpetrated by the food and fitness industry. A calorie is a calorie. Is a calorie is a calorie. That's what everybody preaches, right? Well, I'm here to bust that myth. And yes, it is a myth.
Surprise! Get that cone out of my face!
I know I'm going to make some waves, but just hear me out. Everybody preaches this doctrine, and I fell into the lie for a very long time. And it's not until I started realizing that it was a lie that I started seeing results. Now, I wanted to have donuts, I wanted to eat pizza, I wanted to have fries, but I got bad news for you. A calorie is not a calorie. And here's why. See, it has to do with glycemic load. Glycemic load is how much a food raises your blood glucose level. Blood glucose level is directly related to insulin, because as your blood glucose level goes up, your insulin comes to keep that blood glucose level regulated. So just based on this, I think we can agree that eating a donut and then eating an equivalent amount of calories in a salad or a vegetable like broccoli, it's definitely not the same. Because eating broccoli or salad, slow carbs, they are not going to raise your insulin level like a donut will. The ketogenic diet is quantifiable proof that a calorie is not a calorie. The ketogenic diet is based on your insulin response to certain foods and keeping low carbohydrates and high fats that won't elevate that glycemic load. And unfortunately, when you eat that donut, you're not only taking in a ton of carbohydrate with a high glycemic load, but you're also taking in fat because they're fried. Now, the other kicker here is that sugar, which is 1 part glucose, 1 part fructose. Unlike glucose, fructose is primarily processed in the liver. Now, it may not seem like a bad thing to you, but what if I told you that fructose basically processed the same way as alcohol in the body? This leads to visceral fat accumulation and an insulin spike. So all that fat that just came with that donut gets stored as belly fat. And the same goes for pizza too. I used to love pizza, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You eat that gluten, those fast carbs that elevate your insulin real fast, and then all that delicious cheese and fatty meats, generally pepperoni or sausage, whatever you want to put on there, all of that gets stored as fat. Now, I hope you're getting where I'm going with this. A calorie is not a calorie. This lie has been perpetrated for so long. I really want to see people break free of this lie. Now, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Energy in versus energy out equals plus or minus, you're gonna gain or lose or stay at maintenance. But if that were true, keto would not work, because I can tell you, I've got a friend who went keto. I generally follow kind of a keto diet, usually pretty low carb. Every once in a while I'll have some carbs in the way of some blue corn chips or something, but generally I keep carbs out of the equation unless they're slow carbs, good veggies, leafy greens, non-starchy vegetables, definitely no potatoes. But this buddy of mine, he went on keto recently, and we've been going through this together. He went on keto and he was having blood pressure problems and gaining weight. He went on keto, and the other day he told me he ate a steak at night and lost 3 pounds overnight. Now, that doesn't sound to me like calories in versus calories out. Kept his insulin levels low, got his nutrients in, and still lost weight. So if anyone can eat and lose weight at the same time, which is what people do all the time on the ketogenic diet, then a calorie is not a calorie.
Those eggs were a lie, Steven. A lie! They give me no eagle powers! They give me no nutrients!
Now the reason the food industry and even the fitness industry perpetrates this lie is to keep you buying stuff. Remember that. It's all about the money. They want you to think that you can go to the store, you can have that bag of candy, or you can have that donut, or you can have that pizza, and as long as you're in a calorie deficit, you'll still lose weight. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but you're really hurting your chances by going by that formula. And additionally, if you're consuming a lot of sugars in the way of fructose, which high fructose corn syrup, fructose is more fructose than it is glucose, you are severely hurting your chances of losing weight. So what can we do to stem this issue? Well, you can try a keto diet, which in my opinion is one of the best and most natural diets out there. A lot of natural fats and vegetables go into it, and again, I'm talking leafy greens, definitely no starchy, fast carbs, slow carbs, a lot of vegetables, a lot of good fats, cream cheese, bacon, you can have a ribeye. I mean, it's really great if you ask me, and it's pretty natural. Or you can cut out all the sugars, especially around mealtime, because if you're eating while consuming a Coke or a soda or tea with sugar, and believe me, I came from the South. Sweet tea used to be commonplace. You drink sweet tea with every meal, you drink sweet tea when you wake up. I used to hate water. Sugar is keeping you from losing weight, and the food industry knows it. That's why they add sugar to everything. I mean, there's ridiculous things out there that don't even need sugar that have sugar in it. If you just look, it's crazy the amount of sugar that is in everything. And sugar contributes to visceral fat. It also damages your liver in the same way that alcohol does. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but I'll link you to some information so you can see how fructose is processed and how it actually turns it into a toxin because the body doesn't recognize it before it turns into visceral fat. So I hope you understand now that a calorie is not a calorie. You can eat that donut, but you're gonna pay for it by retaining that weight, retaining that fat. You can eat the donut, or you can go the healthy route, eat some eggs, bacon, cream cheese, but stay away from the bread, stay away from the sugars, stay away from the starchy carbs that the food industry is trying to cram down your throats, because the sooner you can do that, the better you'll feel and the faster you'll lose fat. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll come at you with more videos on fructose and how it impacts your body, refined sugars, and the negative effects it can have on you. And the next video I'm going to come at you with is intermittent fasting and the benefits, and also insulin resistance, the symptoms, and how it is keeping you from shedding that fat. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter where I'll be giving you daily updates and tips and tricks for losing fat at RD2Wellness, and that's Romeo Delta 2 Wellness. Thanks, and see you in the next video.